Welcome to the arena auf Schalke, to the Veltins-Arena. Ladies and gents, I'm currently outside the former home of Schalke, the Park Stadion. Now I've just filmed a little video around this place, so check that video out after this video, but you've read the title. Right now, we're about to head over there in the distance to the current home of Schalke, the ground in which England are going to play their very first match in Euro 2024. The arena auf Schalke, known as the Veltins-Arena for sponsorship reasons, but it won't be known for that in Euro 2024 because you're not allowed sponsorship names. So arena auf Schalke it is. It looks glorious. I'm not sure if you can see it in the distance. It's got a fully retractable roof, a fully retractable pitch. The pitch can come out, it can weather nicely. It can basically slide out. The roof is made out of fiberglass. It looks nothing like a traditional football ground. It's a stark contrast to over there. Obviously, that's been mostly knocked down. The second team of Schalke play still at the Park Stadion, but obviously the first team have the privilege of what looks nothing like a football ground, but it looks incredibly impressive. Ladies and gents, let's head over to the Veltins-Arena. Let's go. Right then, ladies and gents, this is something we've not experienced yet at Rice Football Paradise. There's not actually a way in. You have to basically ring the buzzer on the main doors. I spoke to security and he said I'm a little bit early, so we're going to come back in about half an hour's time. So rather than do the 360, because we can't even get anywhere near close, as beautiful as it looks, the shop is all the way over there in the distance, past these, I believe, training pitches, academy pitches, a parking lot. Over there in the distance basically is the shop, so we're going to head all the way around. We've literally got to go all the way around to the shop that way, so rather than finish at the club shop, it's nice to change it up a little bit anyway, isn't it? Let's go and buy something straight away. Let's do this. Come on then. Yeah, stuff that. I'm getting a car. I'm going to drive up there. Right then guys, so in we go to the Schalke shop. Now I was very impressed by this shop. Lots of quirky novelty items, everything that we like here on Rise Football Paradise. I was approached by numerous members of staff. I got a little bit paranoid. I thought, oh, they don't want me to film, but I think they just wanted a bit of a chat. They were quite bored. As you can see back there was German hair gel. I think the people of Gelsenkirchen do love a 90s wet look hairstyle. And there is the high-vis, the one I've got on right now. So there we go, I've given away one of the items. I did buy something else, by the way, so we will get onto that in a moment. It's behind me, can you see it? So I had a good old natter with the English-speaking club shop employees. And they were trying to explain to me about the workers, the relation. Basically they had loads of old work boots and high vises hanging from the ceiling, and I was like, what the hell is that? Something in here does relate to this. I can't really explain that at the moment, but I'm sure after the stadium tour we're going to find out. But again, this is something very very German. We don't tend to get this in the UK. The only slight shop that's a little bit away from the ground will be Brentford's, the G-Tech community. As you can see, you've got Charlie's, Schalke restaurant over there, obviously club shop over there. I think the ticket office over there possibly, but it basically is, oh there we go, over there in the distance you've got the old ground where we started off, the Parkstadion. Let's go and get another view of the Parkstadion, shall we? This is probably a better perspective, better view. Parkstadion, loads of pitches in between where I guess does Schalke play here, the academy and so on. Another pitch, and over in the distance where we need to return to, the Veltins-Arena. Ladies and gents, I've not got much time left, so let's hit that buzzer and get inside that delightful, retractable Veltins-Arena. Let's go! So then, ladies and gents, as you can see, the stadium tour starts from the museum. Now the museum is pretty good. You immediately see some of Schalke's honours, trophies. You can see the Bundesliga, the main Bundesliga shield. Obviously Schalke have had quite a tough time over the last few years, but you can see DFB Pokals, UEFA Cup. As I get on the Schalke honours in front of me right now, it's very, very impressive. Schalke probably had its heyday in like the 30s and 40s, so a long time ago. But they have experienced some success in recent times also. Over the years, they've won the German Championship, the main First Division, in 1934, 35, 37, 39, 40 and 42. So obviously a lot of success in the 30s and 40s, but most recently in 1958. Now they've won the DFB Pokal, the German Cup, a lot more recently. They won it in the 2010-2011 season. They also won it in the 2000, 2001 and the 2001-2002 season. So they won the DFB Pokal 2 years in a row. They've won the DFB Liga Pokal, which was that smaller trophy you saw in 2005, Super Cup in 2011, and the Bundesliga in 82, 91, and most recently in 2022, which is probably what that trophy represented. Obviously, last season as a film in this, Schalke were relegated. This season they are struggling a little bit in the Bundesliga, as they are about 10th as a film in this. I was shocked to hear though, despite being 10th in the second division of German football, Schalke in terms of membership are actually the second biggest German football club. Obviously most people would attribute the second biggest German club to Dortmund, their fierce rivals, their local rivals, but in terms of a sports club and membership, yeah, Schalke apparently, according to Wikipedia, pinch of salt and all that, they are the second biggest German club, which is incredible. Again, in the second division, they are pulling incredible crowds to Arena auf Schalke. It's something, I mean, you've got Leeds, Southampton, Leicester, some of the bigger clubs this season in the Championship have had good attendances, but to get like 62 odd thousand, which is the capacity roughly of the Arena auf Schalke in the second division, is absolutely incredible. So the tour's beginning now, guys, outside where the retractable pitch would go. Over to you, tour guide, or let's just have a little bit of music, shall we? Cue the music. Right then, ladies and gents, just look at that tunnel. There's not many football stadiums with tunnels like that, but obviously that's a nod to some of Schalke's history. Now Schalke One of their nicknames is Die Knappen, which basically means the miners, and that's a nod to the fact that in their early days, a lot of their players, a lot of supporters worked in the nearby Gelsenkirchen coal mine. So lovely touch there. I always do this little sit down thing. I hope you enjoy that, just to give you a perspective as to what a manager would see when they're sat in the dugout. And it's such a beautiful ground, such a beautiful stadium. That enclosed roof, that almost like tent-like roof, gives it that kind of circus feel, even though the team are far from a circus, maybe not this season. That room back there, I think, had some kind of artwork in. If some Schalke fan could enlighten us as to what that room is, what the artwork is. Now, this is the press conference room. I always find these are a bit of an overrated part of a stadium tour. I found the German ones aren't that fancy, aren't that swanky. We went to Borussia Park, the home of Borussia Mönchengladbach, but I do like these pictures. A nod back there to the Park Stadion. Now, I've nicked this picture many a time. That one, cracking picture of Arena auf Schalke. Just look at that view, guys. It doesn't feel like a football ground. It feels like when you go to America. I went to WrestleMania a couple of years ago, and a lot of American stadiums with the closed roofs are a little bit like that. This really does feel unlike any other stadium we've done a tour of before. Obviously, the closed roof adds to the different feel. It's different from Dortmund, it's different from Mönchengladbach, it's different from every UK ground. So again, just giving you a little bit of an idea as to what your view would be, ladies and gents. These are the posh seats though, as you can see, a bit of hospitality. There's that roof again, very unorthodox, a little bit similar to the Leverkusen roof. This is the family section, as you can see. Nice. Now, this is a little bit different. This is the beer cupboard. How many grounds have a beer cupboard? Look in there, look at all those kegs. Now, though, Veltins is the sponsor, of course, of the stadium. It's a great sponsor because those pipes are where the beer will flow through. Veltins is a beer brewery company, so a cracking sponsor. The Germans love their beer, so do the English. And in Euro 2024, when England are playing, hopefully those pipes are working fine. Ladies and gents, what a fantastic tour that was. I was baffled in a good way, pleasantly surprised is probably a better way of putting it, about those pipes. She was telling us about how much beer is pumped around the ground, so it does seem fitting. We're always a bit sceptical when clubs agree sponsorship deals for grounds. The Veltins, I was kind of, just another sponsored stadium, but when you think of it as a beer and the supply to the club, to the fans, it's a rather fitting sponsor. And I did mention in the Dortmund video about these portable club shops. Now, we tend to have one or two knocking around the ground in England, but I was obviously quite shocked as to how many were outside the Westfalenstadion. Obviously it's not match day, but you've got loads parked up, obviously two there, but there is so much more elsewhere. Must be a thing, the portable shops, and you can understand why, because the actual shop is a mission. But you know what, I thought I was going to come away today pleased, satisfied, seeing not just the stadium England are going to start their Euro 2024 campaign at, but also seeing a ground, even though it was built or opened all the way back in 2001, it was ahead of its time, because obviously with the pitch that will come out along there, and obviously the roof as well, it was a trailblazer. Other clubs have copied what Schalke have done here at Arena auf Schalke. Now I'm heading off to Bochum. Now, the lovely tour guide, she did speak a bit of English, but I feel like I'm learning words. I feel like my Deutsch ist besser. Jetzt now, heute, today, than it was Wednesday, Thursday. She said when you go to Bochum, you need to try the currywurst zum Essen. You need to eat the currywurst. So we're going to head over to Bochum now. I'm going to be going live on the channel, which means that live tour has already been uploaded to the channel if you're watching this video. So check that out after this video. There is going to be a link in the description below. Let's head to Bochum. Ladies and gents, if you don't want to watch that video, there's more videos on screen for you right now. They look good. Auf Wiedersehen.